Is there a place for charter schools and public schools to flourish and complement students in the city of Buffalo now?
Well, people need choices. Choices are good. Choices are a good thing. And charter schools are part of that choice. Public schools have always competed with parochial schools and with private schools. But the competition has got to be a fair one. I think that the funding for charter schools should be a separate stream and not necessarily coming out of the public school system. That's what puts at odds the charter schools and with the public school. So, because not many people feel that charter schools are a drain, that they're an unfair drain, that the budget cut about 4% from the public school budget, but it didn't cut the formula for the compensation for charter schools. So it's not quite a fair playing field. So we have to look at that.
I have always been of the mindset that anytime you have a parent involved in the child's education by making choices, for example, what schools the children are going to go to, tells me that that parent is definitely involved in that child's education. And we know that that's 68% of the battle right there. I never begrudge any parent from sending their child to parochial, to charter school, or any school that they feel that their child would be best served. But having said that, as a candidate for the Buffalo Public Schools in the city of Buffalo, I have an inherent legal, moral obligation to protect the integrity of public education in this city. And that's why I am so passionate about making sure that whatever resources we have for our kids in the public schools, that we keep them at all costs. Now, I agree there should be a separate stream of monies. I, perhaps, besides Chris Jacob, have gone to at least 6 or 7 charter schools, met with their folks and their chairs to try to work on some of the arrangements, particularly for athletics, so that their kids can play in many of our varsity, with our varsity schools. So I do communicate with them on a regular basis, and I do think that it's important for us to work with charter schools.
Like Ralph, I'm pro-public education. I think charter schools offer a good alternative for some parents that are unhappy with the district schools and want us to continue residing in the city. And some of the charter schools do offer more personalized, smaller, good alternative programs that are effective. My concern, like Dr. Devis said, with the funding and how it's taking a lot of funding from the district schools, where there's a need for funding and resources. My biggest concern is sometimes the failure of charter schools to educate students, ESL students, special education students, and students with behavior issues. I have worked with those type of student, and to see that they're going to just let them go back to the public school system and not address their needs is something that troubles me most. And lastly, if they're going to receive public funding, I think that they should be held to the same accountability measures that the district schools are.
Nothing.
I
know that they're supporting
Phiip Lomax's seat is empty.
anything about them at all. I get it.
No Phiip Lomax tonight.